It's Roman.
Zach.
And we're Minnesota Car Culture. Good news, we're not dead. I know we haven't posted many videos since the last few, but it's because our summers have been crazy busy. I was gone for about 2 months, and Zach's been buried in his project for the last few months as well.
Yeah.
But good news, projects are almost done.
Projects came from pretty far from like guys' last videos you've seen of us. We are going to do probably some personal videos our own probably later this week, since our college starts next week. So again, we're not going to have any more time then. But yeah, like Roman said, I finally got my turbo to actually run and create boost. I've been over boost problems, but if you guys are interested in checking out more details, check out my video.
And I have a fully functional 99 complete swap. I do have some lifter ticks still, but I'll get to that in my own videos.
So based on all these the problems and the time frame that you guys seen us in our last video, we've had lots of issues with our project cars. So that gave us an idea for this video is why project cars suck.
And they don't suck that bad, but just sometimes they're just they cause more problems than they're worth. Stay tuned.
Hey guys! So today I want to show you my super cool Sparco tow straps. They're only $4 online. They might tow, they might break, but your dad will say it looks like you have boogers hanging out of your car.
Just a little reminder, when you're buying parts, if you're buying from like a name brand, you're not just paying for the brand, you're also paying for research and development. This roof spoiler, that is for $53 on eBay.
Free shipping.
Free shipping, yeah. Guess what? It's like some idiot thought like, oh, I can make one of those. Just bend a piece of plastic. It's not that easy. This spoiler that you get off eBay, if you do end up buying it, good freaking luck. It sags in the middle. It does not want to bend to the roof no matter how much you heat it, how much expensive double stick tape you want to put on it. It just does not want to listen to you. I think I'm just going to use windshield glue on mine to make it stick. And then just strap it with like a, like a Harbor Freight ratchet strap all around to get it to stick over a few days. But that seems to be the only way it'll actually stay. Let's cut to Zach's. It's almost the same thing.
So like Roman said, research and development, so one of the biggest things for here is you can see like it's pretty consistent here, but then it dips down like crazy, and if you do this, like the edges on there start ripping off. So like Roman said, the research and development is a big part of the price, and hence why it's only $55. Don't expect great quality from parts that are cheap.
Alright, so if you're planning on getting like a 4 or 5 point harness, remember, you're gonna have to do that every single time you want to go anywhere. And then if you're doing like little errands, guess what? You're gonna have to do that every single time. Oh, and if you forget something from the glove box, forget about it. And there you go. Having harnesses is pretty awesome sometimes, but other times it's just a huge pain in the butt.
Alright guys, so one of the biggest things about project cars is generally you're increasing performance or doing some crazy thing that OEM spec generally doesn't recommend. So one of the things that happens with us when we did our project cars is we had to push both our Miatas off the road over 3 times in the last 2 days within a mile of his house. For one example, my first time was one of my vacuum lines melted on top of my manifold, and the map sensor to the ECU went pretty much 0 reading, and it stalled. So that was my first issue.
For me, again, coming home, I finally had a coil poop out, which is, I guess, kind of expected. 215,000 miles. It'll do some damage. But nonetheless, this happened on the same day, and I was kind of bummed.
And then, of course, next time when I thought my my Miata was all ready to go, we were driving back to his house after I don't know what we were doing. Anyways, my slave cylinder decided to go out, so at that point my clutch was not working. I could not go into gear, and it got so bad where I couldn't get to first gear. Roman had to actually push me, get me started, and I was able to jam into first. And
through an intersection, and then I had to chase him because he couldn't slow down.
Yeah,
he had to keep moving.
I had to keep moving, and he had to jump in. So there's one of the biggest problems I've noticed with project cars is that you don't get a very reliable car anymore. I mean, you can deal with it, but it's just one of those things you just kind of have to understand that's going to happen.
My biggest pet peeve with it is I can't listen to music anymore. I have to listen to my car to make sure everything's fine. Because usually before anything drastic happens, there's some noises that you're going to hear first. So I don't listen to music very much anymore because I'm always listening for something in the car.
It was a good mention too, because one of the biggest things before is because I haven't done any professional tune, I'm just doing a street tune. I'm constantly, I have one eye on the road and one eye on my wideband all the time. And then another issue is oil pressure, because I've tapped like 4 things out of the engine for oil pressure. And then boost too. You gotta watch and make sure you don't over boost it, because that's when engines go boom.
Yeah. So basically, before starting to mod your car or doing any extensive modification, I guess the biggest thing is research. Because what you're gonna do, sometimes there's a lot of information on it, sometimes there's not, and you're kind of on your own. So now, both of us, it doesn't matter when, if we got a second, we're usually reading stuff up for symptoms and things to watch for with the mods that we have. So we recommend you do the same.
Like Roman said, 99% of the project cars is generally research, because you're doing something that's not professionally like reported like by Mazda and stuff. You're kind of trusting on other people's ideas, and generally forums don't give you the best information. So a lot of times you gotta double check, triple check, and sometimes call people like Flying Miata who do that for their living. But like Roman said, one of the biggest things you gotta do for project cars is just prepare to be disappointed, I guess, sometimes. And
it will break in the worst possible moment, that's for sure.
it will.
So we'd like to thank you guys for watching, and again, very sorry for being gone for so long. We hope you understand, but that's just kind of how it is. Stay tuned, we are going to try to get some more videos out. There's definitely some updates. I had a Miata, the blue one, that was barely even documented, but
Yeah, Instagram, if you guys follow our Instagram.
Yeah.
Same things are usually out in Minnesota car culture.
yeah, and
That's not my turbo build.
I bought a truck. I want to go mudding.
Alright, this is where the video stops.